Marian men's basketball team, an 81-58 win over Wisconsin Lutheran. We'll start with Jazz Orozco. Jazz, talk about this victory today from your team. What did you see from them?
Yeah, I think it was a good victory. I felt like we ran the floor pretty well, got a lot of fast breaks. We kept the pressure on them, which was good.
Marvin, from your perspective, Wisconsin Lutheran's the team that's had your number here. You're new here, but just how big was it to get out to the fast start today?
It was big. It was super big. I mean, I came out like hot in the start. Like even me coming in like I think it was like 8 minutes. Just coming in, getting my team ready, started to freaking just go.
How was the transition been for you from high school to the collegiate level? And how has it been like for you?
I mean, it was hard, but the way Diener plays and the way my high school used to play, we just play similar ways, so it's easy to adapt to it.
Sure. Jazz, can you just kind of talk about the chemistry of the squad here today? It seems like you got a good mix of guys, don't you?
Yeah, we got a great group of guys. We all kind of mix off the court and on the court, so it's great to see.
What do you think are going to be some of the keys here if you want to keep this win streak going?
I think just our defense, keeping the pressure on teams, keep running the ball, fast break, and keep up the energy.
Do you feel like this is the team, Marvin, that on any given night, tonight you led the way scoring at 23. Do you feel like any given night they're playing 10 different guys that could score 20 or lead in scoring?
Literally anybody on the bench can just come in and have a game, a good game.
What is it like for you knowing that you have the depth on this squad, knowing that it doesn't matter, you don't have any drop-off when you get guys coming in?
Yeah, it's great. It means we can keep rotating through guys, keep the energy high, and keep working. Yeah.
How big is it now to maybe continue this momentum, maybe go to Lakeland to kind of wrap up the conference season before you head to the holiday break? How big is it to have to get a victory there, either of you?
I mean, it's big to our coach, so we're gonna get it up. We're gonna get it done for him.
Yeah, it'll be huge going into Christmas break with that 3-1. That'd be big.
All right, congratulations, guys. Marian picks up the 81-58 victory over Wisconsin Lutheran here in the Sadoff. You can find out more about Marian men's basketball at saberathletics.com. Marian men's basketball 81-58 over Wisconsin Lutheran. Coach, Wisconsin Lutheran's the team, obviously, deep run last year. They've kind of had your number. How nice is it to come here and get a victory?
Yeah, I mean, they're of course always nice, but they've been really a great program now for especially the last few years, where they had a really good class of kids come through that won, they won 3 straight conference titles. And then last year they were in the Sweet 16 in the national tournament. So I'm thankful that those guys have all graduated and moved on, and the team's a little bit different now, but it's nevertheless the program. I think when programs are winning programs like they have been, there is an expectation regardless of who's wearing the jersey. So I think they still, expect a lot of themselves. Some of that past success can carry a little bit, but we played, really, really hard tonight, and like we always we have so far this year. Made some shots. When you make shots, everything's always great, and had a great second half.
Coach, wire-to-wire victory. I mean, you've had some barn burners here early in the season. How is it as a coach knowing that your kids playing hard, and you can get a victory that you're comfortable? I don't know. You're comfortable late, the 35-point.
Unfortunately, I was really, we're up 30 with 10 minutes left, and I'm really not that comfortable. I just know that all it takes is a few threes or something bad to go wrong, and then you get, a team breaks, it cuts it to 20, and if they can cut it to 20, they can cut it to 15, and then it's, so you never get comfortable as a coach, but every time out, we just kept talking about, now's not the time to let up. Just got to keep going, keep playing as hard as we possibly can, keep trying to make them uncomfortable on their end of the floor, and continue to move the ball on offense. I thought we passed the ball really well. 22 assists is a telling stat for us, and so that's always a good recipe.
Coach, Andrew Annie, he looks like he's a leader out there. I mean, look at his line tonight. I think he had 16, 11, and 8. He's one of those guys that he can play all 5 positions. Can he for you?
Yeah, well, the key with him is he can defend almost anybody. And offensively, he's just such a tough matchup because he's big and strong, so you can't really put a small on him. And if you put a big on him, his handles are about as good as anybody on our team. And he's an elite passer. So, and on top of all that, he's an elite human being, just a fantastic kid, really, really easy to coach. He cares a lot. He's always in the gym. I'll come in the morning, and if I hear a ball bouncing, a lot of times it's him because he's out there working on his handles. He's working on his 3-point shot. That's a part of his game that's improving. But, sometimes you get kids, and I've had, a handful of them here where you're just really, really lucky to have them, on your team, and you can always count on them.
Coach Marvin tonight, 23. Just talk about kind of a coming out party for the freshmen.
Yeah, I mean, he's just he's never boring, Marv. He's never boring. And sometimes, there's some mistakes, but sometimes there's great things. And tonight it was all great. And he's a guy, when I watched him play in high school last year, I said, this guy could come score points for us right now, because he's just got a knack for getting to the rim. He's a really, really coachable kid. He's a smart basketball player. He can do a lot of great things out there, and he's starting to little by little you get better at just understanding what you can get away with at the college level. Bodies are a little bit bigger, guys are a little older, so some of the creases that he used to get into in high school, you can't quite get into those same ones here because again, there's not as much space. But he's figuring that out, and obviously tonight he was borderline unstoppable.
Do you feel like confidence level is watching the guys out there? Like, everybody on the floor feels like they're confident playing basketball.
Yeah, I think one, we made some shots early, and that always helps when you're making shots. The vibes are better. So we got off to a good start, made a few threes. Rashawn Boss came in there and made a couple. Derek made one, and so that's a big part of it. But I think, the guys that we're putting out there, they understand what the objective is, and that's for them to go out there for the time they're in there and play extremely hard and defend, with great enthusiasm on the basketball. So, like, when you watch us play, I don't think the opposing teams a lot of times feel real comfortable because our guys are bought into, really disturbing what they're trying to do. And so I think that can give you confidence when you're just out there trying to play as hard as you can. Now, tonight, everything's rosy. And again, I know how fickle this is. I've been coaching long enough to know that you can look great one night and then for whatever reason, things don't quite click. So we just have to keep trying to improve. With a team with a lot of new kids, we have some returners, but we have some bunch of new kids. Like, our goal is obviously to win games in the short term, but can we be playing our best basketball in the middle of January, middle of February, and just continue to get better?
How big is that though coming into, you have Lakeland on Saturday, and then you kind of have a conference. We have some games going on, but to go into the break of the conference season kind of with some momentum and get a couple games over the 500 mark, stay in the mix.
Yeah, that was what I talked about in the locker room. Lakeland is a really, really talented team in my opinion. Like, offensively, they can score points. They've got really, really good guard play. So that's going to be a tough test for us on Saturday, and it would be great to go into the little conference break at 3-1. That sounds a lot different than 2-2. So we've got to get ourselves ready for that one.
Coach Diener, thanks for the time and congratulations.
Appreciate it, Wade. Thanks.